When you're going in for a job interview, the stakes are usually high. And one of the questions you'll probably be asked is how you can demonstrate your industry knowledge, the industry you're currently in or the industry you're interviewing for the role. Thank you for joining me for this discussion. My name is Cynthia Wakeo, the Communication and Events Manager at Corporate Staffing Services. And as usual, I'm joined by Mary, our interview coach, who is going to be telling, or rather letting us know how you can effectively demonstrate this. Karibu sana, Mary.
Thank you, Akio, for having me.
Yeah. So we're talking about industry knowledge today. And when we talk about industry knowledge, are there any examples like you can give us around that, or rather what it means?
Yeah, so first of all, my understanding of industry knowledge is all about the information that the candidate knows as far as the organization or the company is concerned and how it operates or it functions. The sector in which that company or that organization you are interviewing for is in. For example, if you are going to be interviewed in the NGO space, it is important you familiarize yourself with how things operate in the NGO space, which language do they use, which are some of the terminologies or the phrases that they use. If it is in the government sector, the same applies because it's slightly different, and also in the private sector. So that in a nutshell is what industry knowledge is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you show the interviewer that you do know the industry?
A very tricky question, but trust you me, during the interview process, definitely a candidate will be tested with regards to that. And sometimes you find the question comes in form of why should we hire you? Why are you interested to work with us? What are your key strengths? The way the candidate is going to respond to such questions will bring out the extent to which they understand how things operate, particularly in that company and also in that industry or sector as a whole. So first things first, discussing your industry knowledge during an interview is very important for you as a candidate because it is one of the things that sets you apart from other candidates. If they are interviewing tons of candidates and most of them come out as though their main goal or driving factor is on the salary package at hand with regards to that role, and then you come in as a candidate who is well conversant with how things operate in that area, you are able to discuss your expertise and your experiences and how they align to what that company or that organization is looking for, then it is very important in that aspect. So number one, for a candidate to be able to demonstrate their knowledge of the industry during an interview, first of all, discuss about your expertise, your experiences, the years that you've accumulated in the industry or in the sector. I can give an example of, let's say, you're being interviewed for a communications role, or I can use your role as an example as the events and communications manager. Most companies or organizations nowadays, they desire a candidate that is all round. And I do believe communications and events, it's over and above just planning for events or communicating via newsletters or social media pages. They also need a candidate who is up to date in terms of what is currently trending in that sector or in that profession. So if a candidate appears as one who also owns other skills, for example, digital marketing, you are also good at copywriting, for example, search engine operations, how it works, then you appear as someone whose expertise has really prepared them in that industry. And you're also up to date in terms of what is currently trending. Another way a candidate can sell themselves to demonstrate their knowledge of the industry is getting to understand how is this company or organization cultured. For example, if you are interviewing for a government sector role, the most important thing in the government sector is service delivery. Completely different from interviewing in a private sector where it is all about profit and revenues, and also in the NGO space where it is all about impact and sustainability. So you get to learn how does my skill set align to this particular industry or this sector that I'm interviewing for. And you can get all that information from the job description, from the company or the organization's website, from their social media handles. You can subscribe to Google Alerts so that you'll be getting articles. You stay up to date with what is currently trending, because that also helps to establish your credibility during the interview.
Yeah. So that also means that you need to be familiar on what is happening in the world in terms of the challenges maybe the industry is facing.
Yes, very important.
Yeah.
And the best way to familiarize yourself or to stay up to date with what's currently happening in the world, like I said earlier, you can subscribe to Google Alerts, for example, or you can follow very prominent people in that sector or in that industry, the who's, to get to find out what is currently trending. You'll be getting alerts on your email, so it helps you to stay up to date, and that also helps to establish your credibility during an interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for those pointers. They're really helpful and eye-opening, actually.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. If you have an upcoming job interview, here at Corporate Staffing, we offer interview coaching services, and we're going to leave a link below in the description box where you can get more information about the service. And we hope to see you soon. And our interview coach will be very helpful to you to help you pass your next job interview. Thank you, and see you in the next video.